This is the 51st meeting of the Pine Street Resistance dedicated to the fight against fascism and bad camps. Martha, you just got back from a lengthy stay at an anti-fascist camp. We appreciate the postcards, but we're looking forward to this report. What can we do?
Well, I just have to say that there's nothing better than tropical anti-fascists. I mean, they really, I think they're just calmer than our West or East Coast fascists, anti-fascists. Yes, there's something about being out there, watching the surf just roll in, and the wildlife and the sea turtles, and oh, gosh, it's just I don't know. I was tempted almost to stay. I wasn't
Oh,
sure if I would come back.
wow.
Did you identify some actual tropical fascists?
You could tell them, the more laid back they are, the more they're probably not anti-fascist. I mean, they have to have a little bit of an edge. I did this was an independent, I have to say my study was limited, but I believe those who have loco moco for breakfast tend to be more virulent anti-fascists because
Loco Moco.
Mhm.
Sally, have you ever heard of this
Never
recipe?
heard of Loco Moco.
Oh
I
my,
just, yeah, what?
well, it's a protein load. It is beef patties on top of rice with very often the traditional ways, a kind of mushroom and gravy sauce with eggs on top. I mean,
Whoa,
you're not protein loading to go out and fight fascists.
sure.
What is there to do?
Right. You need it for just the energy and the muscle growth. But if it says mocha, why wouldn't it be like chocolate coffee?
Oh no, no. Loco Moco. Locomoco.
So would that mean more CO? Like, is that like short for something?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't delve that deeply into it. I was just eating.
Mm, mm.
oh, Martha, you spent all this time in a tropical anti-fascist camp and you didn't take notes?
Well, when you're there and the breeze is blowing and the sun is shining and the waves are lapping at your feet, it seems anti-Hawaiian to be sitting there with a notepad and taking notes. I was just absorbing it,
Mhm.
like the UV rays. I was just taking them in.
Got carried away by the environment. I can see this is going
Mhm.
to be difficult for what you'll write in the newsletter, though, unless you want to make up stuff.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the folks there won't be reading our newsletter, so I'm assuming that whatever I write, I mean, it's more like an impression. It's not like like a journalistic report. It'd be more of an impression. I believe
I,
they're setting an example.
I'm sorry, I am having a problem. You went out to this anti-fascism workshop, and obviously in a tropical setting, you didn't take any newsletters to hand out. You didn't take any notes. What were you on vacation?
Of course not. Our mission is tantamount to my existence. I would not just go there. It just seemed like it had a different vibe. I really I felt that anything else would have seemed too aggressive. That I feel that I was welcomed. I feel that I became one of them.
You were trying to fit in. You were trying to fit in,
Exactly. You have
the
to start there.
incognito, slide in without them knowing, like
Mhm.
espionage.
And
Mm.
then in subsequent trips, I will, try to be a little more forthcoming and
Mm.
give them our
You
newsletters.
have a trip planned.
Well, not just yet, but I'm sure, given the great pleasure that I had while I was there, that I will be returning and plus, I need another chance to wear my hat, which I got, to keep the sun out.
Undercover, brilliant.
That's good. That is good.
Wow.
And could you write an article about the underbelly of the tropical anti-fascists, because I don't think that's been exposed yet.
Oh, I don't know that they have an underbelly. Their bellies are pretty exposed. I've noticed that, yes, people seem very free to expose all parts of themselves that I might otherwise hide, but they they're not hiding much. They're not hiding much.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. That 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 will be a fabulous article, though. Just
Would be.
talking about going there incognito, etc. By the
Mm.
way, because in honor of you and your trip, I made pineapple banana bread. So there you go. That's the treat for today.
Pineapples.
Yes,
Pineapple.
indeed.
Wow, pineapples, and that's very tropical.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah.
This
Sally,
is-
is it true you grew the pineapples yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in my greenhouse. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And the bananas.
oh. Well, Sally, I have to say, I did sample some of the local delicacies in the pastry department, and I think
You tell. What have we
Mhm.
got?
I had, and I know we've had our discussions about donuts, very a little too forceful though, some of those discussions, but I had a poi donut.
You had a donut? You?
But it was a poi donut. You know when they say when in Rome?
Boy, isn't that like rice pudding or something?
No, no, it's a it's taro root.
Yeah, it's a root.
It's a paste.
Mhm.
You had a
Very
paste donut?
well, no, the donut was very donut-y. It was actually very interesting. It was I don't know if they use a special press or something, but it almost looked like a beaded bracelet the way it came.
Oh,
It was really very lovely and very moist. You would appreciate
glaze.
the moistness.
With a glaze?
I had a little bit of a glaze. It was not overwhelming.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
Hey, did you see bananas growing there?
No, I'm afraid whatever growing season. I did go into a tropical forest, but I did not actually see anything growing.
Well,
Uh,
you know that the bananas we eat, there's only one, there's like multiple species of bananas in the world, but there's only one that you can eat that is the right taste and everything. That's the ones we're eating right now. But there's a search going on in the banana industry to find a new banana because they're running out of this one. And I think if I'm not mistaken, that this banana that we eat now is capable of regenerating itself. It reseeds itself. So, but they're worried about running out of them. So always keep your eyes open for bananas because if the fascists get a hold of our bananas,
Oh,
that's just
no.
one other
there's
step.
no
Well,
stop.
when you say running out of them, is that the fascists making them run out of bananas?
They've got their ways. I'm not going to pretend to know, every fascist move. I just
Mhm.
know, I know it when I see it.
Sure.
Well, I mean, there is. I mean, you got to wonder where the phrase "banana republic" came from. They must fuel fascists on a regular basis.
Well, does that mean chinos are fascist?
Uh, well, yes, there is the store. I'm not sure if it's directly related to authoritarian rule
Mm.
in
Mm.
South.
I, for one, would stop shopping there if I found that to be the case.
Hmm. Hmm.
What is the name of the store that you would not shop at? So I know to put it on my,
The
my.
Banana Republic.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Spelled.
I mean,
Mm,
yeah, I don't think they're hiding anything.
no.
No, it
No.
seems to be right out there in the open. Yeah. Mm.
All
So,
I was going to say the outlet store over in Smithton has a decent selection.
yeah, well, if we could, somebody could make a note that we should look into that. If the Banana Republic store is, a legitimate place to be spending our money.
Mhm.
Mm.
Well,
And
Martha, while you were gone, Martha, Sally,
mm,
I'm sorry, Sally. I don't mean to give away, secrets in school or however that goes, but Sally was kind of depressed that there weren't people to eat her baked goods.
mm.
Um, she was going down on the street and just kind of giving them away.
I had to. I had to. They were like haunting me. They were around me all the time. I brought them here to our meeting. We weren't there to eat them, of course.
Well,
And then I just, had to go out there and just start passing them out. And I tried to charge money, but that's another thing I want to bring up is that, our coffers are low.
low coffers. Oh,
Mhm. Low coffers.
Mm. This
Do
is,
you have an idea, Sally? You have a suggestion?
Well, last I checked, there were 77 cents in there. And then I did try to, sort of strong arm a kid to buy, one of my last croissants, but it didn't work. So I think we're going to have to start selling our newsletter again. People love that word search there, Martha.
yeah, I do, but I'm the balance of whether someone would pay for a croissant versus our newsletter. I don't think, if they're not buying croissants, what?
Well, but I hate to be a picking nits here, but you said we have 77 cents. So that means we have at least 2 pennies. And are we going to count the pennies anymore? I mean, I think we need to vote on that as an organization of whether we're going to recognize pennies.
I think we have to decide whether to stand up for pennies, sort of like Pluto. I think if we just let the fascists just get rid of pennies, that's a slippery slope.
Sally, I was on the fence, and I think I'm with you.
I think you've spurred an idea. Since pennies will no longer really have any value, and from what I hear, merchants will be dealing with this by just scaling everything up to the nearest 5 cents, I guess. We could become the repository for unwanted pennies.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
You have such a big heart, Martha.
Other places have, animal sanctuaries, but a penny sanctuary, beautiful.
This we could set up coin boxes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, no one will steal them, but just some inconvenient places. Uh, you know, discard your used pennies here, something like that.
Yes.
There's people probably already have so many pennies already saved, and now they won't be able to use them. They'll be happy to drop them off by the buckets full.
Absolutely. And that's how they keep them, right? In those like little jar buckets. Everybody has one, and now that whole bucket's worthless. Just give it to us. I love that. The penny sanctuary.
We could even we could be completely magnanimous and tell them we'll also take their piggy banks off their hands. If they store their pennies in a piggy bank, we can also kind
Right.
of become a repository for piggy banks.
Absolutely, because once you have a piggy bank and then you can't open it, and then you feel bad breaking it, and then you're just stuck with this piggy bank that doesn't open but has all these pennies in it. Yes, let's definitely take piggy banks too. Yeah.
I vote that we take one of those little symbol things where the monkey, claps its hands when the penny comes in.
Mhm.
I think if we would accept those too.
Oh yeah. I like that we're egalitarian about this. It's not just a penny sanctuary. It's
Right.
so the monkey and the pigs, and yeah.
Penny loafers. What about people walking around in those shoes with the pennies in them?
Oh,
Tell me what, yeah, what is that what the name came from?
Did
I
you
don't
not
know
know?
that. No, I don't. I'm just catching up on Mary Jane's.
Oh no! Oh well, that's it. Well, if you had a pair of penny loafers, there was a little slit, a little insert where you put the penny.
Why?
Again, I have not done the research necessary to answer that question, but I mean, I've seen them. I mean, I certainly grew up seeing them.
absolutely. I've
You
seen
sure? You sure it wasn't like a fascist thing? That they wanted us to, walk around with pennies in our toes.
I'm just thinking that at the time there were things you could actually buy for a penny, like a little chunk of bazooka bubble gum. So maybe that was to have that available in case, oh, I really feel like some gum right now. I really need to see a Bazooka Joe comic strip, and so they could just reach down and
Right.
take it
Oh
out
my
of.
God, I just realized all the penny candy will be no more. Let's also be a penny candy repository, a sanctuary for penny candy, because nobody will even have any anymore.
Mm.
I like that. Pennies plain, penny candy, penny loafers, penny for your thoughts.
Okay.
You could have people write down, their ideas and, leave them in a suggestion box.
It's exploding. The one thing I think we need to think about is storage. I mean, obviously, this is Wow.
Yeah. Well, I know when we were, when we tried recycling cans, Martha, I don't mean to impose, but your garden shed was a really useful location for the recyclables.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was, and unfortunately, it is still filled with those recyclables. We never quite
Right.
move forward that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the follow through, you know? It's the
Right.
follow through.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. We just didn't know where to take them. There were so many choices. We debated about that for weeks, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 We never did get a good place in mind.
No,
Well,
no.
No.
what did we get? We got like 77 cans, right?
Mm-hmm. And that was enough that,
Coincidentally.
what? Say that again, Martha?
I was just saying coincidence, 77 cans, 77 cents in our treasury.
Right. Right.
That,
Right.
Well, we should hold on to them because you never know when that bubble's going to burst and cans are going to be, through the roof in value again.
Right.
mhm.
Absolutely.
Surely, yeah, surely there's a scrap metal uh, depository for that somewhere, somehow.
Right.
I
Right.
just, I just, and obviously my garden does not look so well because I can't get to any of my tools.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering why. I walked by and I saw your peonies were just not happy.
You just walked by.
Well, I didn't want to come in and have to say something about your peonies. I didn't want to have to say, oh, you're really having some problems with your garden. Who wants that, right?
Oh, no, you didn't happen to come by while I was away by any chance, did you?
Well, I had to check. I had to check, your roses, I mean, if
Mhm.
nobody's using them, I figured I'll just cut some roses and try to sell one with a croissant that we have. I didn't get any takers for that either.
I'm just asking because I was again looking closely at my yard when I got back and I noticed you have a very distinctive sneaker tread,
Uh,
Sally, and it seemed as if they were perhaps looking in my window. I mean, maybe it wasn't you, maybe it was someone else, maybe there's just the neighborhood watch.
it,
It's,
it was me. It was me. I just, I just had a feeling that, maybe your husband or some other relatives were in there. I heard something. I thought
mm,
maybe they were there and maybe they'd let me come in and give me some of your great Kona coffee.
mhm, mhm. If that's your story, Sally, and sticking to it, I'll accept that.
Yeah, why they
Maybe.
told, huh? They told.
Well, I heard you exclaiming about my china for some reason. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's
Um,
such beautiful china with a blue pattern. Oh my God.
mhm, mhm, mhm. They seem to think that you thought it was perhaps inappropriate for me to have such fine-looking china.
Well, I did think it wasn't very anti-fascist. I did think it was particularly sort of Barnes and Noble or Pottery Barn or something.
Mm.
But oh my God, it's gorgeous.
It's an heirloom, Sally. I would never go outside the dictates of our anti-fascism.
Oh, Sally, tell her the truth. Come on, Sally. You've been hiding this all this time. Tell her the truth. She has to face it.
I stole a saucer. I couldn't help it. I had to have it, and I put it in one of those little frames and just put it right up on my wall. And I'm like, this is a Martha dish. Ah,
She told me about it, Martha. She did it as a tribute to you, okay? She only keeps the finest hard candies in that dish now.
Oh,
beautiful,
oh,
beautiful.
just Sally, how long have we known each other?
23 years.
I
They've
was
been good years.
I was thinking it was 22, but that 23 sounds about right. Um, you could have asked. I actually,
I
I
know, but
would
it
have.
was such a great opportunity. You were off in, the tropics, and the dishes were just there. This one happened to be in the dish drain. I was like, oh my God, in the dish drain. If it's not put away, then it's meant for me.
Oh, it's an interesting way of viewing the world, Sally, but okay. I accept you and all of your peculiarities, but that's
Martha, I don't think you need to take such an attitude. I mean, you've been jaunting around beaches all over the world for the last month.
well,
And losing one little bowl, I I think you might be overreacting.
it's only been three beaches. Three beaches out of
Three?
knows how many beaches.
Oh my God, I had no idea you went to three. I thought you were just on one beach. I was like, oh, you fly in a plane, you do something, you sit in a beach. Wasn't very jealous, but three beaches.
They were just happened to be where other people I was visiting were, and when in Rome, go to a beach.
It sounds amazing. It sounds
Wait, where's the
amazing.
beach in Rome?
I'm sure. I'm sure that I don't. It wasn't a literal beach. It's an expression.
Wow. Okay, so you brought us back shells, trinkets, something else to put in the dish.
Um, I did. I got you each something very, very
Right.
special. I hope.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Hope you can. Can you see it?
Oh, that is so cute. It's a turtle.
The flat turtle.
It's a, well, yes. It's a
Oh,
it's a refrigerator magnet. I
oh,
I mean, it's all that would fit in my luggage.
love that. Love that. Can't wait to put that up there right next to my dish.
Well, we can take turns with it, right, Sally? You can have it one week, I can have it the next.
Sure. Oh,
'Cause
absolutely. Absolutely. And by the way, I've got to say, Yuri, I've been sort of, I don't know, pining after your yellow glass, that yellow glass serving tray.
Hmm.
I've noticed you kind of like hovering over it whenever you come over. Yeah.
It's a beauty. It's a beauty. That clear glass with the yellow tinge and the fluted edges.
It would be better in your hands, someone
Thank you.
who
Thank
appreciates
you.
it. Take note, Martha, okay? You can I graciously offer you my serving tray, Sally.
Oh
Yes.
man, that's so can't wait to see what I bring and what kind of, pastry
See,
item.
I know it'll pay back. I'm paying forward by giving you a serving tray.
I
Oh,
appreciate that.
isn't that what they say when you give somebody, they return to you with something else inside, like a
Exactly.
casserole dish
Yeah.
or
Ah,
Yeah.
oh my. Oh, can't wait.
So, Martha, what kind of sunscreen do you wear when you're dealing with fascists?
Mm. Well, the highest available, which, as far as I could tell, was 75.
That's,
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I
they
mean,
give off a glow.
yeah, it does kind of get some stares sometime from people because it's very thick.
Better a stare than you just being bedridden with a
Mm,
sunburn.
yeah, does
Yeah.
give the appearance of spackle, but I'm not the only one
I
who,
would think not.
yeah.
Oh,
Or-
everybody's got to protect themselves from that glow.
Plus
Yeah.
the hat helped.
Yes.
What's
Yes.
what's that movie with Charles Grodin and Sybil Shepherd? I want
Oh,
to say the Goodbye Kid, the Golden Kid, the
uh,
Eddie Albert is the father.
yes.
Oh, and Elaine May's daughter is his
Right,
wife, who's
right.
laid up with a sunburn during their honeymoon.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I know why
Great
can't
movie. A great movie that I can't remember the name of.
no why can't I remember it either? Whew, whew,
yeah.
whew.
That's the thing about great movies. They just fly out of your head.
Well,
Well, it's
my
unnecessary. You don't
my
have to. The
Right.
title's irrelevant.
Right. You have the
We just
memory.
know. Yeah, it has that person in it and that person in it. Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
want to revisit that.
No,
No.
no, no. You don't need the name.
No, it's just I
So,
do. Yes,
so
just
as we cover up the endings of our meeting here, what are we thinking about the current newsletter? Is it just going to be I mean, workshop photos?
yes, with my friends, the anti-fascists in
Hmm.
Hawaii. Yes,
Yeah,
I think that's it. And I will make a special word search,
Mm.
various delicacies like loco moco, and there's also something called Haupia, I believe that's how you pronounce it, which is a pudding made of coconut milk pudding.
Nice. Could you take a picture, especially of the poi donut?
I, 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 yes, I should have taken one but I was just so ready to
Martha,
on it. Yes,
did you do any hula?
that is not what I was there for. No, I was there for business only.
Mm.
I'm led to believe that fascists love the hula, but I'm just going on what I've heard.
It's
And with that said, I think we're going to need a motion to end
the Heartbreak Kid.
the Heartbreak Kid. Yes, and with that, can I have a motion to end the 51st meeting of the Pine Street Resistance?
Yes, I motion.
Any seconds?
I second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Ha.
Aye. This concludes the 51st meeting of the Pine Street Resistance.
Aloha.
Aloha. Look for that in the word search.
Yes.
Oh, there's music.
It's music. Do we introduce? We do
Yeah, introduce yourselves, members.
Yes, I'm Jude outside of Seattle, which now has a new socialist mayor.
It's a trend. And this is Cheryl from Milford, Pennsylvania, which we have an interim mayor right now. We're going to see what happens.
Mm.
And this is John. I'm in southern Maine, where we're contemplating voting for a senatorial candidate with a Nazi symbol on his chest.
Whoa.
Takes all kinds.
Hey, it's a big world out there. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Xander.
Yes, happy birthday, Xander.
Birthday.